Not to be outdone by LG, Huawei unveiled two phones at Mobile World Congress this year, the P10 and the P10 Plus. I'm Nick Gray from Phandroid, and this is our first look at Huawei's new flagship phones. These two phones share a name and the same basic spec sheet, but there are a few distinct elements which give the P10 Plus an advantage over its smaller sibling. Both phones come with the powerful Kirin 960 processor with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, a microSD card slot, 20 megapixel monochrome and 12 megapixel RGB dual camera sensor on the back, and an 8 megapixel front-facing shooter. They have 2.5D Gorilla Glass 5 protecting their displays, and Huawei has cooked up a new Hyper Diamond Cut finish for the metal bodies of these phones on a few of their color options, dramatically reducing fingerprint smudges and increasing scratch protection. The two main features that set these phones apart from each other are their displays and batteries. The P10 has a reasonable 5.1-inch 1080p panel, which is paired with a 3200 mAh battery, while the P10 Plus has a 5.5-inch Quad HD display and a 3750 mAh battery. Both phones should easily get more than a full day on a single charge, but with Huawei's new supercharging technology, you can actually get roughly a 50% charge back in just over 30 minutes. The aluminum and glass bodies of both phones are water and dust resistant. The design is reminiscent of last year's P9, but Huawei has worked really hard to refine the details, like the below glass fingerprint sensor on the front, the soft curves along the edges of the phone, and the subtle red accented chamfer on the power button. There are a lot of aesthetic elements to enjoy, but the two P10 phones come with under-the-hood bonuses, like a quad antenna setup, which allows for LTE download speeds up to 300 megabytes per second, and 60% reduction in dropped calls, dual Wi-Fi antennas, which dramatically improve connectivity indoors, and an 85 millisecond touch response time. The P10's camera hardware is the same as the Mate 9's, but there are a handful of software features that have been thrown in, with features like the Leica-style portrait mode, precision 3D facial tracking, 4-in-1 autofocus, and 2x hybrid zoom. Huawei is hoping that the P10 delivers a camera experience which is better than anything else offered by the competition. Both phones will be available in March, and the P10 will be selling for $649, while the P10 Plus will go for $699. You'll also be able to get the P10 Plus with 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage for €799. The P9 from last year was a much bigger success than anyone could have imagined. For the P10, expectations have been set really high. The big question is, do you think Huawei has delivered a worthy successor with the P10 and the P10 Plus? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more coverage from MWC 2017.